here from I Wander UK. Join me on the first day of this next challenge. It's the Two Moors Way, or Devon Coast to Coast. I'm starting off at Wembury. I had an overnight here and I woke up to the perfect morning. Overnight with a bit of wind to keep the condensation down. Woke up with this sun up in the morning. We're heading today, starting at Wembury, going out to Yealmpton, Ermington. I'm going to stop a couple of miles before I get to Ivybridge. And then tomorrow morning I'll be able to stack up with supplies and stuff. So let's go. Last time I was here, I was pitched up in the corner of that field in early April, questioning my life. I was on the southwest coastal path walk and it was early April. Been raining all day, fully kitted out wetsuit, poncho on, and I was sitting in that field on my rucksack trying to keep my stuff dry with a poncho on, waiting for the rain to just stop for a couple of seconds, questioning my life. And then I just realised the insanity. I've sat here for the last 10 minutes with it raining on me. The poncho's not quite soaked out, but it's getting there. Sitting on my rucksack, waiting for the rain to dry so I can put my tent up. Is that normal? Times have changed. It's a beautiful day. That's not normal, is it? That's my normal. You start from the nice clear finger post down on Wembury Beach, the one on the previous picture. Go up through a footpath, literally cross the road to the left hand side a little bit and you come down this bridleway, which is a little bit muddy, but you know. I didn't know you grew geese. There's a whole crop of them in this field. Are they Canada geese or Canadian geese? Road work, and it's going uphill. And you know how much I love road work. Road work doesn't last long and then you're into the woodland again, which makes a world of difference because it's quite warm today, but it's lovely and cool in the shade. Take advantage of it. Drop down through the field, down through the woods, over the field, which has got livestock warning signs on the thing, and then you're out onto this track through like woodland, where I guess they've been bringing vehicles down. A bit muddy. Cross some more fields and then drop down to this little woodland path with a stream to the left hand side. Watch where you're going, Jake. Nearly went over. The photo before the orange elephant cow with like a golden swan, I think it probably is. It's literally outside someone's house. How kind is that? And they've even provided cups that you get your water bottle and anything under it. Awesome, respect, thank you very much. This route from across Brixton, doesn't seem to make sense. Walk down the road, gain some elevation and just cut back to the village. But I suppose it's including a footpath, but I don't know, it seems twice the length just to get to just church. But who am I to question? I'm just doing it. Correction, it's not Brixham, it is Brixton, Brixton. And word of warning, if you're following the book for this route, the coast to coast, Devon Coast to Coast, or Two Moors Way in the book, they say there's a general store. There's not anymore. It's a nice gallery in the little post office, but they don't serve coffee or anything else. Word to the wise. I've been going for a couple of hours now, and the signage is pretty good. They're not like neon signs, which I wouldn't like anyway, but just enough. You have to keep an eye out for some of them because they've been worn or tired and fallen over, but they are there. You could literally walk so far without a map or a book or any type of guidance whatsoever. just need to be confident of where you're going, and what's the worst that can happen? If it feels right, just walk it. This little hill's slightly steeper than it looks. It's the hill climbing up to woods on the ascent up to Yealmpton, and then you drop back down into Yealmpton. We're just aiming for this little woodland and keeping it on the left hand side. Get up to the top and then we should be dropping down into Yealmpton. Just come through a couple of fields of corn on the cob. They call it corn on the cob, do they? Corn, whatever. Don't even like it. And we're dropping down to Yealmpton now, where I'm hoping to get a coffee and a sausage roll or something to keep me going for the day. It's only 11:45 now, so I should be there by 12, and I've not been mullering it this morning. Promise. It's yeah, it's easy going, a couple of slopes up and down. As always, I will be wild camping, so when I get a bit further in, I'll start pointing out a few places where I think you'd be great for the overnight. I've already seen a few, but we're only about 6 or 7 miles in. We're going to be doing more than that in the first day, surely. This river looks tranquil enough now, but 10 years ago in July 2012, this flooded. Did a lot of damage to the village of Yealmpton. After stopping in Yealmpton for a coffee or a beer, your preference, come to a corner of the road, you turn down, I think it's an estate agent's, skip the first road, go over the footbridge, and then take sharp left back across the road, and then you're following down this stream or river. Need to look up which river it is, but the one that runs right through Yealmpton, with some houses on your right side, but it's very tranquil, very nice. Turn away from the river for a short while, pop out to where some houses are, then turn left, and then within 30 metres there comes a fork in the road. We need to take the left hand side. As I said earlier, I will be wild camping this trip as always, and I'll try and point out other little places. Literally 10 minutes from leaving Yealmpton, there's this little woodland, and there's plenty of flat little bits to be able to tuck in for the night. Or even just tuck round here in the field. This is just after you come out the woods, literally as you come out the woods. Nice open field out here. Be able to get away from the wind, protected on most sides. If you'd like to know where these wild camping spots are, they're just what I think, but I'm more than happy to tell you. Just drop us a comment below, and then I'll get back to you and pinpoint exactly where they are. It's just nice to help, innit? There's plenty of these easy-going tracks through, not woodland, but, you know, overgrown stuff, which on a day like today is lovely because the sun's come out and it's very warm. So to be in the shade for a little bit, it's nice. I'm going to take the most of it before I'm out on the moors tomorrow. The moors! Justification for that boring last photo, but that's the tree you need to be aiming for. You come through Dunston, D-U-N-S-T-O-N, do a little bit of road work, and as the road bends sharp to the right, the path turns sharp to the left. Through a gate, and then you come up and aim for this tree here. But the view from here is quite good. We won't be going quite there tomorrow, maybe next week, but we'll be heading out onto the moors. See the lump in the distance there, possibly. Looks quite dark and foreboding, even on a nice sunny day like today. Yeah, go get some. Wild camping spots. I'll be sort of tempted to tuck in here just for this view in the morning. After a bit of road work, and there is quite a bit, I don't know, 20-30 minutes maybe, you've got to get your head in the game and just get it done. Take a sharp turn and left down this bridleway, and we're taking, not that one up there, this one down here, which you go past Fleet Wood. I think it's F-L-E-T-E. I will check that. Wood on your left hand side, but I don't think there's any wild camping opportunities in there, especially if you've got a tent. dry though by the look of it. Some more of those orange elephants. God, they are big. Like times and a half a normal cow. Well, that was a bit of a fail. I diverted into Ermington, and I've been thinking about it for the last 3 hours, if I'm honest with myself. And I thought, I'm doing good today. I'll pop in there, have a pint, I deserve it. Got into the village about 4:15. Pub doesn't open till 5. And I've got to come out the other side of the village and find a location to wild camp yet, so I've had to do without. I suppose a cup of tea might be the same. I'm starting to question myself now because I really did fancy a pint. I've got time, but because I haven't got an exact location planned out, it's a classic case of the 7Ps. Don't know what the 7Ps are, I'll tell you later. As you drop out of Ermington, get over the main road and cross the bridge, you start coming down this little B road, and it's road work, and it's a bit of a slog. It's not huge, but it seems to go on longer than you think it was gonna. Yeah, starting to get me out of breath a little. Little look back to Ermington. That's what I'm talking about. We've just come up this hill from right down there, and if I zoom in a little bit, you may see the church. I took a picture of it earlier with the crooked spire. Apparently they had the chance to straighten it out about 100 years ago, but the parishioners, is that the right word, decided against it. Can't blame them. I'm aiming to scout out a overnight spot now. It's between, after Thornham, but before Little Keating, I think it's pronounced, I'm not sure. And there's a few flat bits, but they have had cows in. Not recently, but you can see some cow pats, so that's not really great. Plenty of little flat bits in the corner of the field up against the hedge, depending which way the wind's coming. But like I said, there has been cows in here. Not in the last few days for definite. I'm going to bear it in mind and make a note at the time in case I have to backtrack, because even though it's been a beautiful sunny afternoon, that'd be the moors out there the other side, and it's starting to get, you know, not so friendly. We'll see. Thornham was one of my first choices because I spotted some fields there. I've checked them out. What I'm trying to achieve is get as close as I can to Ivybridge without actually getting too close, because I'm trying to save the walk for tomorrow. I want to pop in first thing tomorrow morning, Ivybridge, pick up some supplies, and then I'm out on the moors for at least 18 miles. So I don't want to leave it too far with this extra couple of miles today to add on to tomorrow, if that makes sense. But we'll persevere. This is a bit nice. It'd be great if I can get someone down here. Sound of water, allow me off to sleep at night. I've got further upstream, and the last field, which was lovely and level when I first walked in, has got some of those orange elephants in. There's no way I'm going to camp in that. I'm debating now whether to try and cross this little bit here, but I don't know where to. Keep my shoes on, get them wet and hope they dry out overnight. I'll risk cutting my foot to ribbons, or walking back to the weir, but I'm not sure if there's a footpath comes out that way, and then try and get in over there for the night. Give me a few seconds. Time is pressing on, so I walked back to the bridge, went over the other side. There is an official footpath, but it's not that well used. There's a electric fence running alongside of it that you have to be careful you don't whack your poles on. And just at the end, there's this little bit of woodland, as you can probably see. So I'm going to have a little attempt at seeing if I can clear this, and I'll chuck it up here for the night. It's not great, but at least I'll be undisturbed for the night, whereas every other place I've seen, there's a little bit of a risk. And I don't like upsetting people, but just having a quick look around, make sure there's no widowmakers. And there's going to be plenty of bugs in there. We all know that when we sleep in the woods, but I need to find a place where it's got the least amount of debris underneath to save me working so hard. Okay, wish me luck. With the amount of dead wood around, this will make a great bushcrafty type overnighter when you don't mind going out for one night and coming back stinky. But not right now. And boom. Come on. You've got to love the versatility of these tents. Yesterday it was down by the beach, today I'm in the woods, tomorrow I'm going to be out on the moors. I do love this tent. Cleared most of the wood out the bottom of it. Just a quick recap because I normally forget. This morning we started at Wembury and the weather's been absolutely gorgeous all day. Got really lucky with the weather. Went from Wembury up to Brixton. Don't forget that cafe shop doesn't serve coffee anymore, it's a gallery. From there through to Yealmpton. I think I was at Brixton 2.5 hours, 3 hours maybe, something like that. But I'm not walking fast. I've learnt my lesson on walking fast. I just take my time, take it all in. So 3 hours to Brixton, then another couple to Yealmpton, and then to Ermington. But the pub was shut. The pub was shut. Wasn't open till 5 o'clock, and I wasn't willing to hang around because I had to cover thing. I found myself this little bit here, and I'm by a stream, so I could filter some water in the morning if I need to. I'm going to go and soak my feet for a second, or a couple of minutes probably. It's just gone 6 o'clock. The weather's still alright, it's clouded over, but we'll see how we get on for tonight. I'm about 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles from Ivybridge, where I'm going to stock up supplies for tomorrow and get going across the moors from there. The grade of the walk today. It's a pleasant walk. There are some slopes going up and a couple of slopes going through fields that are a little bit steeper than initially looked, but nothing really gnarly. This is a lovely, pleasant walk. I think the test will come tomorrow when I've got to navigate as well, going across the moors. The signage is all right. Like I said earlier on, it's not neon signs, but there's enough of them. Have the confidence to just keep walking. If you're not sure, stop and have a little check. But most of the time, you'll be right. Cheers. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow if nothing crazy happens during the night in the woods. Cheers. I'm Jay from I Wonder. See you next time. The 7 P's are prior, planning and preparation prevent piss poor performance.